Shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, underneath Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated or associated with any other Israelite group. Today is Saturday, Sabbath service here in South Carolina. Men of Israel, we're going to begin. Michael, stand. We're going to blow the shofar. We're going to get ready to call up the first brother.
Akazamar, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashala.
Akazamar, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashala.
Yahawah Bashem Al Shah Brakatah.
Yahawah Bashem Al Shah Brakatah.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Uncover the scrolls. Men of Israel, we're going to start, turn and face the east. We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer.
Lord's Prayer. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shemayo,
Kadash,
Isupk, Yahawah, Malakutha, Gaba'ah, Tazaika, Ayah, Shah, Arataza, Wa, Ayah, Shemayim, Natalanawa, Lakam, Kalyawam, Wasalakinawa, Kabawapinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kabawapinawa, Mala'ah, Gaba'ayanawa, Manasayawan, Abal, Abashayanawa, Ayan, Rai, Ayah, Laka, Malakwa, Wahalav, Wathaparov, Alanyam. Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Cock the power, Yahawah, Bashem Yahushua, Talanawa, Akak, Larpa'ah, Kal Malakah, Kal Marawah, Akak, Lafahar, Amatazarium, Akak, Lahakwayam, Amathiam, Akak, Al-Rakawath, Abatalah, Agarsham, Bashem Yahushua, the water, Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Whatever. Bless Israel. Yahawah, Bashem Yahushua, Rakanawa, Masharala, Wayabayaf, Zarapariam, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magan, all of Israel.
All of Israel. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the sisters, children, and the students.
But Bashem Yahushua, the water. Aman.
This is what we said in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless He'll shield protect.
Bless He'll shield protect.
Our loved ones.
Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Ashia.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya,
Ayanya.
Ahoriam,
Ahoriam.
Mayan,
Mayan.
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah.
Azaria,
Azaria.
Azaria,
Azaria.
Ma'aim,
Ma'aim.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Asha,
Asha.
Shemayim,
Shemayim.
Warataza,
Waratazah.
Ayatan,
Ayatan.
Lamawat,
Lamawat.
Galyaka,
Galyaka.
Ayanawam,
Ayanawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Hanala'ah,
Hanala'ah.
Hanawam,
Hanawam.
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah.
Ayashan,
Ayashan.
Shamar,
Shamar.
Yasharala,
Yasharala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Tazalka.
Ayai,
Ayai.
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka.
Yamamam,
Yamamam.
Ashamash,
Ashamash.
La'ah,
La'ah.
Yakakak,
Yakakak.
Wayarak,
Wayarak.
Alayala,
Walayala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai,
Rai.
Yashamar,
Asharar.
Afnapashka,
Afnapashka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Taza'afka,
Taza'afka.
Wabawafka,
Wabawafka.
Ma'ata,
Ma'ata.
Wa'aid,
Wa'aid.
Aywalam.
Abalah. What we just said in the English was, I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From whence come my help?
From whence come my help?
My help come from the Lord.
My help come from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
Even I suffered thy foot to be moved.
Even I suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not
He
slumber.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor
Neither
sleep.
slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out.
Lord
He
shall
shall
preserve
preserve
thy
thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth
And even forevermore.
Forevermore. The water.
Yonder part.
Psalms 83. Alahayab,
Alahayab.
Adamiyah,
Adamiyah.
Laka,
Laka.
Al-Takarash,
Al-Takarash.
Wayal,
Wayal.
Ashakwat,
Ashakwat.
All,
All.
Kayahana,
Kayahana.
Awabatyaka,
Awabatyaka.
Yahama,
Yahama.
Yawan,
Yawan.
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash.
Al-Makah,
Al-Makah.
Yarmawa,
Yarmawa.
Sawada,
Sawada.
Wayatha,
Wayatha.
Yatazawa,
Yatazawa.
Altazawanyaka,
Altazawanyaka.
Armawa,
Armawa.
Lakawa,
Lakawa.
Wanakakadam,
Wanakakadam.
Magaya,
Magaya.
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah.
Yakakar,
Yakakar.
Sham,
Sham.
Yasharala,
Yasharala.
Iwada,
Iwada.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Natazawa,
Zawa.
Salakia, Natazawa,
Zawa.
Alaba,
Alaba.
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa.
Al Yaka,
Yaka.
Barayaf,
Barayaf.
Yakarwathwa,
Yakarwathwa.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Aramam,
Aramam.
Washamat,
Washamat.
Alahayam,
Alahayam.
Mawaba,
Mawaba.
Gariam,
Gariam.
Gabal,
Gabal.
Wamawan,
Wamawan.
Wamalak,
Wamalak.
Balashat,
Balashat.
Amyashapyaka,
Amyashapyaka.
Jazawar,
Jazawar.
Gamashawar,
Gamashawar.
Nalawa,
Nalawa.
Imam,
Imam.
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Zarawai,
Zarawai.
Nabanya Lawat,
Nabanya Lawat.
Salah,
Salah.
Asha,
Asha.
Laham,
Laham.
Kamadian,
Kamadian.
Kasa,
Kasa.
Sara'ad,
Sara'ad.
Kabadian,
Kabadian.
Manakal,
Manakal.
Kakwashwan,
Kakwashwan.
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa.
Bayan,
Bayan.
Da'ara,
Da'ara.
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Daman,
Daman.
Ladama,
Ladama.
Shatamwa,
Shatamwa.
Nada,
Nada.
Yamawa,
Yamawa.
Karab,
Karab.
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak.
Wakazazal,
Wakazazal.
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai.
Call,
Call.
Nayasakamwa, Nasa,
Nasa.
Yakamwa,
Yakamwa.
Ashar,
Ashar.
Armawa,
Armawa.
Nashar Ashar,
Nashar Ashar.
Nanawa,
Nanawa.
Af,
Af.
Nawaf,
Nawaf.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa.
Galya,
Galya.
Kagwash,
Kagwash.
Lapanya,
Lapanya.
Raka'ah,
Raka'ah.
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash.
Taba'arya, Ara,
Taba'arya,
Balakaba,
Balakaba.
Balahat,
Balahat.
Haryam,
Haryam.
Kan,
Kan.
Taradakma,
Taradakma.
Basa'arka,
Basa'arka.
Basaba,
Basaba.
Wapatka,
Wapatka.
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam.
Mala'ah,
Mala'ah.
Banyaham,
Banyaham.
Balawan,
Balawan.
Waya,
Waya.
Bakwashwa,
Bakwashwa.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahawa,
Yahawa.
Bakwashwa,
Bakwashwa.
Waya,
Waya.
Bahalwa,
Bahalwa.
Aya'id,
Aya'id.
Waya,
Waya.
Karapawa,
Karapawa.
Waya,
Waya.
Abawa,
Abawa.
Waya,
Waya.
Da'awa,
Da'awa.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Atha,
Atha.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahawa,
Yahawa.
Labadka,
Labadka.
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan.
Al-Kol,
Al-Kol.
Al-Rataza.
Rataza.
What we just said in the English was, Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O God.
O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo thy enemies.
For lo thy enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
They consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
May
be no more in remembrance.
Be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
They consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of
Moab.
Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And
Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them.
Assur also is joined with them.
They are hoping the children of Lot.
Salah.
Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kasan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a reb. And like Ze'er. Yea. All their princes as Zabah. And as Zamunah. Who said, let us take to ourselves. The houses of God in possession. Oh my God. Make them like a wheel. As the stumble before the wind. As the fire burneth their wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek the name. O Lord. Let them be confounded. In trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Of the Most High. Over all the earth. All right, we're going to turn back and face. All right, we're going to sit the scrolls back down. Men of Israel, we're going to be seated. All right, we're going to start at the book of Exodus.
We're going to start a little bit above chapter 8, so Exodus maybe 20. Sir, that's all right.
Exodus 20 and...
Talks about what we talked about.
Exodus 8 and 20 or Exodus?
Exodus 7 and 27 and actually 19, and then we'll read 7 verses before we get to 8.
We're going to start in the Hebrew?
In Hebrew, sir.
Okay, come on. We're going to start at the book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse 20.
Let's see where we at. We got 7:20 over there. Okay. Got it.
7 verse 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or actually 19.
19.
Yeah. And we'll read 7 verses, okay? Yeah, all the way to 25. Got it?
Nah, sir. Okay, I think right here. Another 6.
Here. Take this. There.
Okay, all right, this is Exodus 8 and 20. I mean 8 and 19. 7 and 19.
Yeah.
All right. Waya Amar. Yahweh. Allah. Masha. Amar. Allah. Aharat. Aharon.
Again, right?
Come on.
Keep going.
Quakat. Matar. Yana. Taha. Yadar. Yadak. Ilah. Io. Maya. Matazar Rayam. Io. Nahar. Thumb. Nahatham. Io. Ya'ar. Raya. Ya'ariam. Oh. Wa'al. Agam. Ya. Hum. Wa'a. Kala. Call.
Right.
Makwa wa. Maya hum. Waya haya wa. Dam. Yahawa.
Wow.
Wahawa.
It says Waha.
Waha Yaha. Wa'al. Ka. Makwa Waha. All right.
Right before above 20, right?
Come.
Start that over again. Down. Right above 20.
I was there right there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Maya hum. Waya. Aya. Ya. Dum. Yaha. Dum. After dum. No, that's
It's above.
It's Bakar. Arataza. Matazari Rayam.
Class paying off, ain't it?
Oh, God.
Good.
Waba.
Bye-bye.
Wabayam.
Go now.
Wabatazayam.
Sorry.
Waba. Banayam. Verse 20. Waya. Aishawa. Kaka. Khan. Mashaha.
No, just said it right. Masha.
Masha.
Right. Remember that last
Come.
H? You don't have to say it twice.
Come.
Go ahead.
Wa'a. Haran. Ka'ashar.
What?
Tazaya. Yaha. Yahawa. Wayaram. Bamata. Waya.
Look it out.
Ram. No. Right there.
Here?
Right here. The next one.
That one?
Come.
What is that last letter?
Waya.
It's a ka, right? It's an ending ka, right?
Wayaka.
No, just wayak.
Yak. Okay. Come.
Mm-hmm.
Wayak.
Mm-hmm.
Atha. Hamaya.
Mm-hmm.
Ashar. Baya. Bayar. La I. Yanaya. Para. Iha. Para. Aya.
Bara'ai.
Aya.
Close enough.
Wallah. Aya. Naya. Iba. Dayawa. Waya. Apakaya. Pakawa. Ka. Hama. Hamayam. Asha. Bayar.
Get out.
Oh. Ladam. Verse 21. Waha. Daga. Ashar. Bayar. Matha. Waya. Ba Asha. Ayar. Wala. Wala'a. Yaka. Lawa. Mataza. Rayam. Lasha. Tawa.
Lasha.
Tawaf.
Like W-A-T-H.
Right, Mayam.
Like water. Yeah.
All right. Maka.
Nah, that's Mana or Man.
Man.
Yeah, because it's
That's the na.
M and a Na, right?
Come. Haya. Ara. Waya. Waya. Haya. Hadam. Baka.
Bacall. Yeah, there you go.
Arataza. Mataza. Rayam. Verse 22. Waya. Ashawa. Khan. Kara. Tamaya. Matazaria. Bala. Taya. Yaham. Waya. Kazak. Laba. Parai, aha. Paraiha. Wala'a. Shema.
Go back there. Waya ba'a.
Somewhere right here.
It's a B.
Oh, what?
Waya ba'a.
Oh, I see.
That's a B there, right?
Come.
Remember that we talked about it last night? Okay, go ahead. Class.
Come.
Allah. It's all right. Right above 24 there. Right?
You said right above 24?
Where you at?
Oh, it's okay.
What's 24?
Right here. 24.
Where you at?
Like.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's far beyond 24.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Alright, I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start on the line.
Good.
23.
Good.
Okay. Shammai. Shammai.
Mm-hmm. Shema. Right.
Alaham.
Mm-hmm.
Ka'ashar. The bar. Yahweh. Yahweh. All right. Let's see, this is where I was at. Verse 23.
23. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
Uh-huh.
Waya pun.
Mm-hmm.
Para'ai. Para'ai. Waya. Wa'a. Ba'a. Al.
Allah.
Allah.
Bayatawa.
Wala'a.
Shaf.
Shaf.
Okay, go ahead.
Wa.
That's La.
Oh. Labar.
Labawa.
Labawa.
Gum.
And gum.
Keep going.
Lataza. No. Laza. Ata.
Yeah, okay.
Verse 24.
Right.
Waya. Kapa. Rawa. Kala. Matazar Riyam. Sabah. Yabath. Haya. Ara. Mayam. Lasha. Thawath. Kaya. La'a. Yaka. Lawa. Lasha. Tathath. Mama. Yamaya. Haya. Hara. Verse 25. Waya. Mala. Shabbat. Atha. Yamayam. Aka. Raya. Haka. Wakath. Yahweh. Atha. Haya. Ara. Pa.
Yeah, you don't have to say that.
Verse 26. Waya. Amar. Yahweh. Allah. Mashaha.
Shah's right.
Masha. Ba'a. Allah. Para. Allah. Parai. Ya'a. Wa'a. Maratha. Allah. Yawa. Kaha. Amar. Yahweh. Shalak. Atha. Amaya. Waya. Abba. Danaya. Verse 27. Ya'am. Ma'an. Ataha. Lasha. Laka. Anaha. Ara. Kaya. Naga. God. Right here. Don't forget the indicator.
Okay.
That's the pa. Nagapa. Atha. Kala. Ga. Gaba. Wala. Walaka. But the za, para, da, I am. Verse 28. Masha.
Yeah, stop right there.
But the za.
Yeah, all right, clap it up for him.
We're gonna go to the English.
Good to the English. Exodus 7:19. And the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, take thy rod and stretch it out of the hand upon the waters of Egypt and the streams, and their rivers and their ponds, and upon the pools of water, and they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels and vessels of stone. And Moses and Aaron did so as the Lord commanded, and he lifted up the rod and smote the rivers, and that were in the river, the sight of Pharaoh, and the sight of the servants, all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood.
Right. So we at the point now, this is where Moses and Aaron got told by the Lord to stretch out the staffs over the rivers of Egypt. And when they stretched out the staff over the rivers of Egypt, all of the water turned into blood. We went over this last week on what happened. Right. When the rivers turned to blood. Right. All of the rivers turned to blood. Not just the rivers, but also the vessels that they had that were filled with the water from the river. So imagine if you got bottled water in your house that you got from this river, and you look in your kitchen and all the water that's in the bottles have turned to blood. Right. Nothing was able to be drunk. Like you couldn't drink nothing. Even the water that they had in the middle of the city that was filled with water that they just had sitting there. So people didn't have to travel to the river at late night. You could just come to that little pond, the little thing that they had. You know how they have in the movies where they got the little fountain in the middle and people go gather water. Even that water turned to blood. It wasn't even a part of the river at that time, but even that water turned to blood. Just to make it, come. You.
No, I'm just saying that's nasty, sir.
That's it. Hey, and that's true power. Like, that's when you know you can't deny that this is something else. This is something spiritual. This isn't some magical trick. Like, not only did the water in the river turn to blood, but people that had vessels of water in their house, that water turned to blood. You go to the river, it's like, well, we good. We got water in the house. You go in the house thinking you about to drink a nice, cool glass of water out your vessel, and when you pour it in the cup, it's blood. Right. And that's how you know it. They knew it was the Lord, because can't nobody do that type of work. Can't nobody has that type of power to turn everything to blood like that but the Lord. Ain't no other power. That's why he's called the Most High.
And if I may, I don't want
to. You got it.
Like I said, if I may, but those ancient Egyptians at that time, you know what I'm saying, they even, not only did they drink the water, you know what I'm saying, but they bathed in that water, you know what I'm saying, that water helped their crops, because they had like a tool back then, it's like a bucket, you put it down in the water, and the water, it'll pick up the water, and they'll put it like in the guide system to guide where the crops and all that going through the whole village. They go through the whole village and all that stuff, but now he said it turned to blood, like what the Lord had done. So, and that's just heavy, like they whole chain of command of living just been destroyed off of one move that the Lord put on them devils. So like it. Right. And that's heavy.
Right. Like you think about, like you said, like imagine you can't, and think about your animals. Think about all the fish that were in this river.
God.
Right. I'm talking about you got tons of fish that are in this river. This is how they supply themselves food. Like if they don't want to eat, let's say like we're not gonna eat beef this week. We're just gonna eat the fish. All the fish have died in that river. Right. Now you can't water your crops. Now you can't feed your livestock. Everything has turned to blood when it comes to water. You can go without food for 3 or 4 days. You can go food for like what, 8 days?
Come on.
Oh wow.
I think most I ever went without food was like 8 days. Okay. 8 days, no food, just water. You're gonna lose a lot of weight, but you can go 8, 9 days without without food. But water, hey, you know what I'm saying? Then we did a story one Monday night class on the Devil's Punch Bowl, where they starved out our ancestors right here in Mississippi in the 1800s, the late 1800s. They starved out our brothers and sisters and didn't give them no water. And our brothers and sisters had died a horrible death in the Devil's Punch Bowl for not having water, not having food and everything. Kids that got starved out. You know what I'm saying? Like the Egyptians, they had to go through the same thing because they were doing this to our people also in Egypt. Right. So just like the way Egyptians did us, the Most High came back and smite them with curses. Right. In the same way America did us, the Most High is going to start smiting them with curses. Right. Just like they starved us out. We watching right now with this nuclear war starting to kick off. Right. The Americans, these so-called Caucasians, they're going to get starved out too. And this is not a time to play around. This is the most important time of any of our life to be into this truth. Because we only have a matter period of time before it's all over. Right. It's all over. Right now, they already negotiating on what to do when it comes to these nuclear wars. Because Putin just attacked the nuclear site over there in the Ukraine. And they already saying that is an act of war. You know what I'm saying? So when they start looking at things being an act of war, it's just a matter of time before people have to start sending soldiers in. Right. And Putin already let the message be known. If anybody intervenes with Russian affairs, Lord be with you. Right. Okay. You got it out.
Okay, sir. And verse 1. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptian could not drink the water of the river.
Read that again.
And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river.
Think about how bad. Imagine it being 100 degrees, and it's a river. What's a big river that's by here? They got the Hartwell. What is the Hartwell Lake?
Sir.
Now is that's still like a big river, right? Which one bigger, a lake or a river?
River is bigger. A river is longer and a lake is wide.
So you think about this. This is a river,
right?
So this river had to stretch very far,
right,
amongst Egypt. So not only did people in Egypt probably get this water, but other people probably got from this. It's like Lake Hartwell. They call it Lake Hartwell, but Lake Hartwell is humongous.
Huge, a lot of lakes.
A lot of lakes. Lake Hartwell by itself is humongous. I'm talking about people go out there fishing. They have fishing contests out there. Okay. And I know how big that is because I've seen some of it. I just seen a certain percentage of it, and that's big. So we talking about it. What's a famous river that's in America?
You got Mississippi.
River, you say?
Yeah, like the Mississippi River. Like,
Ohio River, Mississippi.
Okay. And look how big the Mississippi River is.
The Mississippi stretches about 4 or 5 states.
Now think about this river in Egypt,
right,
with all the fish in it. You had to come it up?
Brother Quan said Saluda River.
Saluda River, that's another big river. That river is humongous. Right. That's another big river.
Saluda.
Now you think about rivers like that. Like imagine the Mississippi River,
right,
turning blood red, and all the fish in the river die. You know how many people go fishing? They eat them, what's them damn things down there, them crawfish?
Yeah,
no, disgusting. They eat the crawfish, they eat the bass down there. Like people go fishing to survive. Like this is how they live, this is their livelihood.
Okay.
Imagine that whole river turns to blood and all the fish die in the middle of the summer when it's 100 degrees. Imagine the smell imagine how far that smell, you're gonna smell that smell in that whole state. Like if you're right there by that river, that smell is gonna get hit by wind and it's gonna travel. You got it up.
And that's heavy that you need to say that, because even when it comes to like having animals in your house and they, with the feces and things like that, you can't breathe that in. You're gonna get sick off that type of stuff. Just off the scent and the bacteria and stuff, that's gonna be lingering around.
And think about the smell that blood has on its own. Now imagine a river of blood with dead fish in it. God damn. Damn. Think about the maggots, the flies, the vultures. I'm talking about, think about all that fish that's dead and these maggots just accumulating in the fish. The water is blood. Like you got to think about it. Blood. What is it? I can't think of the word, but it
What's that?
when blood gets thick.
Coagulate.
I wonder if fish start doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, you can't do nothing. Damn, boy, that's... You
There's
start
nothing
thinking deep about it, you be like...
Nothing you can do with that stuff.
You gonna go out there and go swimming? I'm a sick bastard, and I tell him what he did. You got it.
And the magicians... It could not deal with her. Okay, blood. Yeah. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened.
So these stupid Egyptian magicians, they did the same thing. They turned water into blood, and Pharaoh was like, well, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. My men can do the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's the spirit America has. That's the same spirit America has right now when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like, when the coronavirus hit, they were terrified. After coronavirus left, now they back to being their normal selves.
Right.
Like, we've been having stories week after week after week of stories of black women who are dating white men coming up dead. We just did another story. On that. Another sister went on the what's that? You got it up.
And Salaki on that too, me and brother Kaz, we seen a video like a couple of weeks ago. This Judite sister was dealing with an Edomite, but 2 Edomite men hung her in the garage.
They killed her?
Actually pulled her up and hung her in the garage.
They didn't kill her though, did they?
She died. And it's so nasty to where they actually had it on video, and they could see just a little bit of Edomite on one side, but you could see them pulling the rope up while that sister going up there just choking.
I think I seen that video. I don't know if it was real or not, but I did see that video when they strung that sister up and hung her. If that wasn't real, she is out of her goddamn mind. Right. To allow somebody to do her like that, even if it was just a gesture of being a joke. Like, why in the hell would you let somebody, if that's a joke, goddamn, I hate to see when they serious. The joke is hang you. Go ahead, you got it.
I was gonna say that devil, them devils gonna always be devils, no matter how much our people try to love on them. It's in their blood that they had you captive for 400 years, so they gonna always look at, even if they say they love black folks, they gonna always look at you with some type of hatred. Like, yeah, man, you gotta be some stupid Negro. Yeah, my people had you 400 years, and it's in my blood just to want to hang you. I want to feel the rage. I want to feel it. Like, I want to be great again. You know what I'm saying? Like, this like a man for prologue. Just the phrase of make America great again that these Caucasians love to promote shows that they are natural born racists and they love what the hell they done. And these people love Trump. These white folks love Trump, so like you, sir. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. And on a side note, like you were saying, right, both of y'all brothers were saying before, even when people say, oh, there's truth in every joke, they always revert to something being prejudiced or racist when it comes to their joke. It ain't never an outside joke. Like, a legit joke is always based on behalf of what's going on. Like calling a Hispanic a scratchback or something like that, or a Negro. It's always that prejudice joke. It ain't never just a good joke.
Right.
So
it's some type of hatred in it. And like Shar said, it's a perfect scripture on that. It says, thou had a perpetual hatred for us. Like he said, it's tons of scripture.
Ezekiel 35:5.
Ezekiel 35:5. It says, thou hast had a perpetual hatred for you. They have always hated us. And even the scripture says, like iron rusted shows his wickedness. Right. You know what I'm saying? We have to come to a realization is there's no peace with this people. There's no peace with them. Right. Like, there's no getting along with them. We have tried for years. If it hasn't worked in 400 plus years, it ain't gonna work.
Right.
Like, I can understand if maybe if they took 100 years and didn't kill us, maybe we can go somewhere. Maybe if they took 50 years, maybe we can go somewhere. Hell, I'll take 10 years. And we can go 10 years without no cops shooting us down. No, matter of fact, I'll go a year. I'll go a year. I'll go 30 days.
Dang.
If they can go 30 days without killing black folk, Latinos, and Native Indians and being racist, we might can get somewhere. But you think about that. You think they can go 30 days without killing us? You think they can go 30 days with shutting down the abortion clinics? Like, even if you were to say, well, they ain't been killing us like that, they don't calm down. Well, are the abortion clinics closed? Nah, they still got them open. Well, nothing has changed. You can't go 30 days with these devils without killing us. Let that be a lesson to those who choose to love these heathens over their own people. Right. These last days, people are going to find out. Just like how these Egyptians were proud with everything they wanted to do, a lot of our people are going to find out in these last days that these devils never loved us.
If
Right.
I may, sir,
Come.
so like keep on this topic.
Now you too wild, bro.
It's just like the simpleton Negroes glorify having one day of the month, which is Black History. But you know these devils are creative what they do though. So if you was a smart Negro, you'll understand you only got one day out the month they really trying to glorify you, so that means the rest of the month is theirs. But also within that February month of Black History, they like to throw little holidays of themselves in it. So like what it was, President's Day.
Damn,
So really,
that's in.
yeah. So President's Day, like, yeah, these slave masters had y'all here. We're going to glorify them for a little minute while y'all doing y'all Black History. And I also saw like a video online, as soon as March 1st hit, soon as March 1st hit, them devils can't wait to get that black bull crap out the walls.
Right.
They put on some good music and that stuff down, man.
Right.
It's like, they just try to, they like, what's that scripture they a gift destroys the heart.
Yeah, damn right.
Gift destroys the heart. And like and this now we on topic right here with these Egyptians that's going on right there. America goes through the same ways, like how the structure was in ancient Egypt is right now still in this America right here. And it's just time, man. It's a lot to hold on.
Damn right. You got it out. You got it.
Okay, come, sir. And Pharaoh, well, let's see. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Neither did he hearken unto them.
He didn't even listen.
Listen.
He didn't even listen. He said, whatever. Like your whole river is blood, man. The fish have all died. Like, yeah, you still ain't gonna listen? Go ahead.
As the Lord had said. And verse 23, and Pharaoh turned and went in the house. Neither did he set his heart to this also.
That wasn't even enough for him. He seen that happen. That boy turned around and went right back in the crib. Worried about that? Think I'm worried about that? Go ahead.
At verse 24, and all the Egyptians dig around the river for water to drink.
And they dug around the river. They couldn't go in the river, so what they did was they started digging around the river because they got thirsty. Go ahead.
Man, the river to water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river.
They couldn't drink the water out the river. Go ahead.
And 7 days were fulfilled.
And what?
7 days were fulfilled.
7 days, no clean water.
Man.
You cannot go 7 days without water. I don't care who you are.
Right.
7 days without water. Think about how many people might have died during this time.
Right.
7 days, no water. Go ahead.
After that, the Most High had smitten the river.
After that, the Most High had smitten the river. Go ahead.
Verse 8, sir.
Come.
Well, I mean, I have to go back to the Tanakh, sir.
All right, we're going to go back to the Tanakh.
You good, or call up next, or you good?
Yeah, we're going to call it the next, brother.
Okay, sir.
Shayala.
State the rest.
Ashayala, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Shayala, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Yahba Shem Yashabrakta.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrakta. All right, men of Israel, we're going to be seated. We'll go back to the Tanakh. We'll go back to the,
Exodus 8, okay?
we're going to start at the book of Exodus 8.
Yeah, come, sir.
Kawa Yah.
Read that.
Right.
You don't have to say that.
Straight. Waya Ah. Waya Amar. Yahweh. Allah. Mashaha. Amar. Allah. Ahara. Aharon. I'll.
Where you at? Did you read the next one?
Select.
Yeah.
Aharon. Nataha. Nata. Ath. Yad.
Yadaka, Bamataka, Al, Hanaha Rath, Al, Haya'a Rayam, Wa'al, Ha'a Ga Mayum, Waha'al, Ath, Hataza Para Da Ayum, Al, Arataza, Matazari. Verse 2. Wayata Aharan, it's like Ath, Yadawa, Al, Maya, Matazari, Wata'al, Hataza, Pa, Rada'al, Watakasa, Ath, Arataza, Matazari, Waya'a, verse 3. Waya'a, Shawa, Kana, Khan, Hakara, Tamayam, Balata, Yaham, Waya'al, Wa, Ath, Hataza, Sarada.
Start that over.
Okay. Hataza Pa, Ra, Da'a, Yum, Al, Arataza, Matazari, Wayakwa, Ra'a, Para'a, Ha, Lama Shaha, Wala'a, Haran, Waya'amar, Ha'a, Thayara, Wa, Allah, Yahweh, Wayasa, Wayasara, Hatazapa, Rada, Ayim, Mama Naya, Wama'a, Maya, Wa'asha, La, Kaha, Ath, Ha'aim, Wayaza, Dakawa, Laya, Ha, Waha, verse 5. Waya'amara, it's like Waya'amar, Mashaha, Lapa, Ra'aha, Hatapa, Ara, Al-Ya, Lamata, Ya, Ai, Daya, Ra, Laka, Wala, I, Bada, Yaka, Wala, I, Maka, Laha, Kara, Yatha, or Yatha.
Just say it again.
Laha, Kara, Yath.
Just say Yath.
Yath. Laha, Kara, Yath. Hataza, Pa, Rada, I, Yum. Mamaka, Wamada, Thayak.
You know that's a B, right?
Oh, it's like
Read that.
Wamaba, Thayak. Rakwa, Baya'a Ra. Thasha'a Ra. Naha. Verse 6. Waya'a Mar. Wayamar. Lamaka Ra. Waya'a Mar. Mar. Kadaba Rak. Lama'ai Na. Tada'a Kaya. Ayana Kayaha Waha. Allaha Yanai Wa. Verse 7. Come. Wasa Rawa Hataza Pa Rada I Yum Mamaka Wamaba Tayaka Taka. It's like why Wamaba Tayak Wama'ai Bada Yak Wama'ai Mak Rock Baya'a Ra. Tasha'a Ranaha.
That's it. All right.
Give him a hand. All right. We're going to go back to the English.
Exodus. Verse 8 and 1. King James Version. And the Lord spake unto Moses, Go unto Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Let my people go.
The Most High told Moses to go to Pharaoh and tell him to let our people go. Go ahead.
That they may serve me.
That we might do what?
Serve me.
You got to think about that. The Most High wanted Pharaoh to know that he wanted his people to serve him. No different than what the Most High wants now. He wants the children of Israel to serve him. Not these filthy, stinking heathens. Not white Savior boys here, but him. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all thy borders with frogs.
The Most High said he was going to smite all their borders with frogs. What's the definition of a border? It's like I got a bad habit with looking up definitions. Anybody can find that word border?
Wow. I guess they're inhabitants there where they live. They little cutout parcel, you know.
Kind.
We'll look
So
at
like
it.
it, sir, if I may.
Kind.
This is out of the Oxford Language Dictionary. The definition of border. Border, a line separating two political or geographical areas, especially countries.
Right.
The edge or boundary of something.
Right.
Most High was going to somebody. Go ahead. It's like it.
Oh, so like that's it. On the part near it.
The Most High was going to smite all their borders.
Damn right.
So that's like every crossing point from their country to other countries with frogs. You got it.
And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all thy borders with frogs.
Most High gonna smite all their borders with frogs. Go ahead.
Right, come. And verse 3. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly.
Ooh-wee. That same river that had blood in it
Right.
was gonna bring frogs abundantly. Go ahead.
Which shall go up and come into thine house.
We imagine you chilling in your crib, you just sitting there, yeah, girl, you know we having a good time. And a bunch of damn frogs start coming in your house.
Right.
Frogs ain't cute like they put on Disney now. Disney, they look cute. You kiss one, it might turn to a prince. I pray to God it ain't the prince from, that prince. You know the prince I'm talking about, cheeks hanging out the back of the parents' prince. You better pray that frog you kiss don't turn to that prince. Yikes. But these frogs are not beautiful. You ever seen a real frog before? They're big, ugly, and they look disgusting.
Come.
Ain't a frog like a reptile?
It's like it's
Amphibian.
frogs and amphibians.
It's an amphibian.
Yes, sir. Come on,
You're going to have an amphibian in your house. Come on, you got it up.
Oh, I wasn't saying that. Oh, I would if I could. I could say if I could.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shoot. shit, I'm just like it still said. These women scared like they water bugs and all that. Just imagine you got frogs in them mugs, boy.
I don't like them either.
Let 30 frogs get to coming in here and see where everybody gonna be at.
I don't like them either.
A lot of us gonna be in chairs, and we're gonna have to kill a lot of them. 30 frogs, that is scared just about anybody, especially some kids. And 30 big frogs jumping, you gotta.
One frog, you know what I'm saying, I would not touch. You know what I'm saying? It's a dang on toad, like the big old toads that come out at night.
Oh yeah,
them things can leave warts. I think that's what frogs. He got to be talking. The Lord got to be having.
They got the frogs that's gonna leave warts on you. It's night. They had the magicians looking like they had some down there. Now they ain't gonna call the land of Egypt, call the land of warts. You got it out.
And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed.
God damn. You went asleep. You look down and he looking at you with them ugly eyes. It's like, baby, that's you down there? And next thing you know, you look down there, it's ribbit. That was a bad day to be an Egyptian that day right there. You got it, go ahead.
Bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servants.
Damn, even the servants' house. They was gonna get some of this too. Go ahead.
And upon thy people, and into thy ovens, and into thy kneading throws.
Damn. Frogs in your oven. You think you about to bake bread that next morning. You like, what's that smell? Damn frog in there getting cooked. Him and his cousin and his uncle.
Sounds sir.
You in there cooking frogs. But nowadays over here in America, you know, Esau, he eat any damn thing. Right, they eat frogs over here.
Right,
but like Char said, imagine it being one of them nasty, filthy toads with the bump on the back. You ain't gonna want to eat that.
That's like it said about me. I believe that it had to be a toad because all frogs are like wall climbers except for the toad. Them toads, they can't really climb up walls and hang sideways and all that stuff. So on the, like you said, the beds and all that stuff, it had to be some type of toad. And them toads got diseases on them.
They filthy. It had to be something. Like, it had to be one of the filthy. Like I said, it couldn't. Like you said, it couldn't be one of the frogs. Frogs, they ain't clean, but I'm just saying, like a toad is something that's in the mud. It is truly disgusting. It's a disgusting animal. I don't see how people eat them.
Right.
Oh.
Right. So like, yeah, these like you said earlier, these devils really, they frog legs. These devils really eat these things.
Yeah, they
what
do.
do they do with the rest of the body? I'm getting
sick. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Oh,
damn. You got it, Shay.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Egyptians even called Moab to come help out.
Moab out there gathering by the boatload.
Moab beat anything.
Honey roasted frog with pecans. I seen one more bite. He grabbed the damn frog, got the damn thing, the toad. He just walked inside the market. And something had to be wrong. He walked inside the market, grabbed the frog, got the thing, and just bite the head off while it's alive, pull it off, and start eating it. And then paying the dude at the same time. I was like, God damn, but these heathens need to be under control. You got it.
It's like, sir, about me, hey, y'all topic, but y'all seen the video with the Moabs? They got a whole rat now. They wrap it up in some rice and then they put it in a deep fry and ate that thing like that, like with the fur and all that on it. They ate a deep fried rat. And that's nowadays.
With the fur on.
With the fur on?
With the fur on, like the teeth like this.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be the first thing they biting. You know what I'm saying? The first thing they have like a shish kebab almost. The first thing they biting is the nose, the snout and all that. And they just deep fried the polar rat. Polar rat, Salaki.
That rat is chicken. Like chicken is chicken to black folk, rat is chicken to the heathen, to Moab.
God,
like, they literally love rats. Good night. So like you got it.
Oh God, sir.
Damn.
Verse 4. And the frog shall come up both on thee and upon thy people and upon all thy servants. Verse 5. And the Most High spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch forth thy hand and thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt.
Damn right. And he said, stretch out thy hand over the lake of Egypt so frogs will come out. And it's a reason why the Most High wants him to stretch out his hand. What do you do? What is your hand, synonymous with? What is it synonymous with? Like when they say the Most High stretches out his hand over this land.
So, like power.
That's exactly what it is. The Most High is allowing Moses to show Pharaoh his power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's allowing him to show out his power. So every time he stretches out his hand, think about how scared you be. Moses stretch out his hand like that. He might be finna get somebody that, but you see him stretch out his hand, you go, oh shit. Oh, something's about to happen. Right. So Moses and Aaron stretched out their hands and frogs began to come out this river. Go ahead.
I got a precept on that, sir. If I could.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, sir. First Chronicles, got 29 and 11.
Come.
I think. Thine, O Lord, is greatness and power, and the glory and victory and majesty, for all that is in heaven and earth is thine. Thine is his kingdom, O Lord. Thou art exalted as head above all. That means he has power, and he's great, and he can do all these things. And that's what Pharaoh didn't want to know. But the Most High's got all powerful. So when he stretched forth his hand, extending that power, frogs come forth. And he has to be specific about what he said. Because if he'd have said grasshoppers, they would have came forward.
Yeah, right.
Whatever he says, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, right. He said frogs for a reason, and the frogs came. It's just more showing them also whatever the Most High says is going to happen. Like you said, the Most High said frogs are going to come out that river.
Right.
And frogs come out that river, guess what? Hey, whatever the Most High says is going to happen,
right,
it's going to happen. The Most High said World War III is going to happen in this earth.
That's right.
It's going to happen. He said Christ is going to come back. Guess what? It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You got it up.
On concert. And the frogs, verse 6. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. Dang. And the magicians did so with their enchantments and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Let me read that one again. And the magicians did so with their enchantments and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
Then Pharaoh, that's it. We have to read the Tanakh again. So.
All right, we got about 20 more minutes.
Okay, concert. And
just go ahead and keep it English. We got about 20 more minutes.
Concert. Verse 8. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, entreat the Lord that they may take away the frogs.
Right, okay, this got him right here. Pharaoh, he went in the house on them blood, but when them damn frogs, like I said, them frogs start coming in your bed, you see something crawling up your leg, you look down. It ain't the Prince of Egypt. The Prince of Frogs down there. He coming up your leg. Guess what he went and did? He went and called Moses. And he went and called up Aaron. Because you got to think about it. Egypt had just dealt with those fish dying and the river turning to blood. It was already a stench within their land. So imagine when you got thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of frogs coming in your land. Imagine the smell that they're going to put inside your house. You got a fish smell and then you got a frog smell in your house. And it's hot. Listen, man. Hey, call them niggas up. Call Aaron and Moses up. They tripping. Go ahead.
If I could say, sir.
Come on, you got it.
Frogs, most of them are poison. And when that warts, when they touch you, that stuff hurts.
Shark just said that.
Yeah, that's that when you get stung by a frog, I can't handle a frog myself, personally.
Even when you touch them.
I can't handle it.
You touch them.
It's certain ones like it's certain. I got three frogs in the house. Like, but they green tree frogs though. So like they certain frogs to wild. But the
Sis know how many frogs you got.
It's certain ones, but yeah, a lot of them is poisonous, like you said.
And poison.
I'm telling you, this brother got a zoo, man. This brother got a zoo.
Good night.
And when I lived in Florida, we had little grasshoppers. They had years where they manifested themselves all over the place, and they were bad. It's just like everywhere you step, there were grasshoppers. I can't remember if they were frogs, but those things are a nuisance. But I do know every time I handle a frog, it stings me, and I discovered that that's the poison in them.
Now, when it stings you, it not bite, but just when you touch.
No, just touching them, and I wonder what
it's
is
a defense mechanism.
Right. Right.
It's like if I could.
Well, I can't handle them myself. I can't touch them. And I can imagine Pharaoh trying to handle or trying. That's what every time a frog came near him, they trying to shoo him away because it's stinging him.
Right. I mean,
You got it.
if I may, because you know, he gonna be shooing away, but majority of people just trying to stump on him. So he really can't walk. Like everywhere you walk, you're stepping on something. You know what I'm saying? So not only I want to say about that fish smell, that frog smell, you got dead frogs in there too. You know what I'm saying? He probably they said it covered Egypt, so there ain't no escaping this one. You got frogs everywhere. In the bed, he said it ain't.
The first thing you're gonna do when you see the frog is throw it off you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I said, when you touch it, the first thing the frog is gonna do is gonna go into a defense mechanism like any animal. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna sting you. It's gonna sting you.
And I think it's that poison within their skin, and it's throwing it out. I know when I see a frog, I'm frightened myself. When I'm saying, I don't want to. I want to avoid it because I know what it's got. Got that poison on him. Go ahead.
Just like if I may, and I understand what you're saying because
Right.
Lord said he just put frogs out there. He didn't say he probably put all different types of frogs. Like,
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like it's a type frog that he shoots glue out his back if you touch him. Like
Wow.
it's like a defense mechanism, like you were saying. That's what got me on
Right.
track about it.
Right.
Like he shoots glue out and all that stuff, and you really got dang on when you touch him. You know what I'm saying? He gets stuck to you and all that stuff. So predators
Right.
won't eat him and all that stuff.
Right.
You got the poisonous ones. Then you got them hogwarts. Like ooh wee boy, it's ugly in Egypt, boy.
I do got a question though. As far as these frogs, is it when they pee on you it causes warts, or when you touch them?
I think it's when they touch you.
I don't too much know. But I would say touch. I would say touch. Cause pee, you know what I'm saying? He probably piss on his dang old self. When they pee, they probably just, cause they low to the ground, he probably just pee right there, and he still be in it.
We never will know, but we know one thing: these frogs were hell on
They were
Egypt.
hell.
Right.
Good night. You got it out.
I'm concerned. And Moses said unto him, verse 9, he said unto Pharaoh, glory over me. When shall I entreat for thee, and for thy servants, and for thy people, to destroy the frogs from thee and thy houses?
He said, glory over me. Show some glory to me if you want me to take these damn frogs.
Tell the God, sir.
Show some glory.
Right.
Because that glory goes to the Most High.
That's right.
That glory was going to go. If he would have had to glorify Moses, he would have had to glorify the fact that Moses' God put this on Egypt.
Right.
Go ahead and do it.
Right.
And let's find out what Pharaoh did. Go ahead.
When shall I entreat for thee?
When should I entreat of thee?
Right.
When should I go talk to the Most High for you?
Right.
Go ahead.
And for thy servants.
And for your servants.
And for thy people.
And for your people.
To destroy the frogs from thy houses.
And to get rid of all these frogs from your houses. When shall I do it? Go ahead.
That they may remain in the river only.
Damn. Like these frogs are just supposed to be in the river, but now they in your house. You think about the Most High, how powerful he is. He can destroy your nation with frogs.
Mm-hmm.
He destroyed America with the air. People were so afraid. Everybody was walking around here looking like a surgeon. Everybody. I'm talking about kids surgeons, grown folk surgeon, grandma surgeon, granddad surgeon. The Most High did that with air. And
That's
just
right.
like Egypt, these stupid heathens right here still didn't take heed to it.
That's right.
But in here, we understood what that was when we seen everybody walking around with masks on.
Right.
We understood that this is a plague from Most High. Your churches had to shut down, Christians.
Right.
Your pastor was terrified. Your pastor said, you know what? Nobody comes to church this Sunday. We're going to do it in the parking lot. We're going to have parking lot church.
Right.
What the hell ever that is. Like, good night. You seen that? Who they mean?
Right.
They was in the church singing that trash. I was like, y'all should have kept that in the building. Y'all on the streets with it. My ears were bleeding in Chick-fil-A parking lot. God damn, what is that? You couldn't help but go to it to see what it. I thought somebody was crying for help. You go down the street. Esau on whatever he calls that, singing the worst music ever. Which they think Christ is going to come back to playing that, whatever the hell they playing.
That was for their white Caesar Borgia, sir, if I can say.
I don't even think Caesar Borgia going to come back. Y'all ain't got Tupac down here?
No bass.
No rhythm, no nothing. You got it out. Go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 10. And he said, tomorrow, and he said, be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Lord our Yahweh. Verse 11. And the frogs shall depart from thee and from thy houses.
Right. And he's trying to let Pharaoh know, like, listen, there's no power like the Most High.
Right.
There's no power. Your stupid magicians got you praying to Ra. What's that? Ra. Amen Ra. What's the gay god they got? The one with the rod painted to his face, put it to his face.
Oh my God.
They got a god with a rod pointed at his own face.
Damn.
And that's supposed to be godly. Listen, man, I don't. How they say he formed the earth by secreting semen in his own mouth and spitting it on the ground. I'm like, what ground did he spit it on? He's in space, right? Like, goddamn, I got some questions to explain. They say, yeah, he spit it on the ground and the earth got formed. What ground did he spit it on?
Oh, have mercy.
They can't even answer that question. Well, I don't know what ground he spit it on. You got it.
Salagi, just that little piece right there is homosexual.
Yeah, what man?
Just that.
I don't even want to discuss this situation anymore. So like, the comedic community is gay. That's all we know. Very gay.
Right.
And we ain't talking about happy. Maybe some days they happy. They happy when they with another man. You got it up.
And verse 12. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Lord because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh.
God damn, like even he went to the Most High and said, and cried to the Most High to get rid of the frogs out of Egypt.
Right.
Like we are peaceful people, man. And Christians would take this like, see, look, you know you're supposed to pray for your enemy. Man, listen, we have compassion. We have compassion for all people, and this is the reason why we need to be in charge. If blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were in charge right now, you wouldn't have the war on Ukraine right now.
Right. Damn right.
You wouldn't have that going on right now because it'd be peace in the Middle East.
Right.
It'd be peace in Europe. You wouldn't have people starving. We wouldn't have diamond fields in Africa with small children picking diamonds. You wouldn't have that because we would bring peace to this land. We understand compassion. Why do you think when you leave us alone, everything grows and it flourishes?
Right.
Because we're peaceful people. Why do you think they always say black people just want to chill and have a good time? That's all we want to do. Right. We don't want to go to war. You got to show.
Like you said right there, we gonna have a good time. That was like that's in the scriptures too with Jacob. He said Jacob dwelled in tent with his mama, like a damn mama's boy down there.
Man, we gonna cook out tomorrow, man. We gonna cook out tomorrow. I'm going to get the grill. We gonna fire everything up, man.
Yeah.
Like, we just wanna relax and chill.
Right.
But then you got these heathens that want to destroy us, man. You got it out.
Come concert. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses.
And the Most High did what?
And the Lord did according to the word of Moses.
And the Most High listened to Moses, and he did it. Go ahead.
And the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, out of the fields.
They said the Lord said the frogs did what?
And the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, out of the fields. Verse 14.
But think about it. All of those frogs died. Wherever they were at, they died.
God.
It's still bad. It's still bad. You come outside the next morning, only thing is bzzz, like, damn, what the hell going on? All of those stinking frogs are dead. It's still bad. It's still bad. Imagine you come outside and your whole parking lot, you look in the road, it's nothing but dead frogs.
Wow.
Somebody got to clean it up. You got it out. Go ahead.
Out of the villages, out of the fields. Verse 14. And they gathered them together unto heaps, and the land stank.
You go down the street. Y'all want to see the land of frogs? They got a heap. A heap is like a mountain.
Right.
Just the frogs.
Exactly.
You in Egypt, they gathered all those. God damn, you know how many frogs they had to be? They should have let Moab come like, hey, we got an all-you-can-eat buffet. Moab would have came with soy sauce and sticky rice, and your frog problem would have been discombobulated right there. And they would have took the frogs, and then God knows what with it. Moab would have been like, damn, they are very generous to us.
Wow.
They said Egypt, they gathered up all the frogs, and they had mountains of frogs, hills of frogs, and the land stank. God damn. That's why Ham probably still stink to this day. Soaking in frog smell and fish smell. You got it. I'll go ahead.
But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart.
What does the word respite mean?
Respite means a short period of rest, period of relief.
Pharaoh seen a little slight period of rest, and guess what? Pharaoh did?
Right.
He got arrogant again. He was like, yeah, I knew it was gonna stop.
Right.
And it hardened his heart again.
Right.
Just like any heathen. Go ahead. Just like America now. The coronavirus is went away, but guess what the Most High did? He allowed World War III to kick up right after this.
Right.
Like right after coronavirus went down, they had the Omicron come.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happened after that? World War III is like cranking off right now. They not gonna get a rest. Just like Egypt, they didn't get a rest from the Most High's plague. America is not gonna get a rest from these plagues.
Right.
It's going to go down, man. We are in the time of the Most High doing the exact same thing he did in Egypt, but now in America.
Mm-hmm.
Now all over the earth. It ain't just in Egypt, but it's all over the earth. They said Russia trying to sneak. What did they do in the Caribbean? I think Russia just landed a bomber in one part of the Caribbean. They landed 2 bombers in the Caribbean last week. And they said, in America got mad because they said now they trying to bring this in our backyards. You damn right they bring it in your backyard. Go ahead, you got it.
So like you said, if I may, that just shows how powerful the Isupk truly is. Even for the non-believers, I hate it for them. You know what I'm saying? Because when this stuff really start to kick off, when it gets in our front door, electricity get cut off. You ain't got your laptop, you got your TV, you ain't got the microwave, refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of frenzy going on for worldly folks out here. So you think you can be under your grandma or your worldly boyfriend or your work husband or your work girlfriend or whatever? You think they're gonna take care of you and all this kick down? It ain't gonna work like that. It ain't gonna work like, see, the UPK, we are trained army like right now. You're gonna need protection because when they start coming out here killing, like the purge damn near, you know what I'm saying, in the streets, these I love to say the C word. These Caucasians, you know what I'm saying? These Caucasians come out here with their little 4-wheelers, you know what I'm saying? Or they little big trucks with the little turrets, like their little turrets on the back, just gunning people down in the streets. Your family ain't gonna save you, because they gonna be high. Tyrone, like I said last week in class, Tyrone high on duty. He high on duty, supposed to be a night shift guy just to stay up, you know what I'm saying, your family members. But he on drugs, getting high, living the best out the moment. But you know what I'm saying, UPK is the only refuge. Even with these churches, you see what they did with the dang on coronavirus. You see, they scared them enough. See, the Lord don't want you to get soft. They just soft. Like, they getting soft in the time of war. You know what I'm saying? I love the school right here, man. I hope every brother and sister goddamn realize what the Lord truly doing with the ISUPK. Like, they ain't no game.
It's no game.
It's a lot.
I get that brother a hand. He's right. Because in these last days that we living in right now, the UPK is going to be the only place of refuge, man.
Right.
This is going to be the safe haven because, like you said, your family isn't prepared for this.
Right.
We train day and night, and we are prepared for this.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? We already know what to expect. We already have a militant mindset.
Right.
It ain't going to be like your gangbangers, everybody talking about this stuff. You're not going to be able to run anything when it comes to being in this truth. We have order and we have discipline.
Right.
Because it is going to get to a point where it's not going to be any food. It's not going to be any gas. You ain't going to be able to travel by yourself. You thinking, oh, I'm independent. I don't need no man. Listen, me and the Shia all have seen these devils where we live in the country, gathered together on the bridge, flying the flag. They ready for it.
Right.
When it starts to happen, they going to look at this as hunting season.
Wow.
They going to look at it as hunting season. And guess where they going to go to? They going to go to all your local projects, all your local hoods. They going to go, hey, where that girl at that work with you? Who said she stayed by herself?
Yeah.
Let's get her. Let's get them kids, too. I'll let the kids live. I don't like her. She gave you problems at work, didn't she? Let's hang her. You got it out.
So like, I'm gonna be swift with it. It's a lot of kids out the one, but like, you can see that's in their spirit. They want to do it, but they don't have the urge to do it yet because you know what I'm saying. It's a little bit of law of America, but when that law get kicked out, like sisters know, like say you're on the back road or something, your car break down or something like that, and you need help. You ain't got no phone or nothing. They say how vulnerable you is. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to help you out, but in return, they gonna want some type of flesh from you. You know what I'm saying? Quick love, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or they just trying to like sense you out before they help you type stuff. And Lord allow the Lord be with you because these devils still got a sick in their mind, and worldly jakes too.
And it's heavy that you said that because when that flood happened down there in Texas and Louisiana, they said that the white folks down there, Slovakia, like Shar said, the Caucasians were down there telling sisters the only way they can get on their boats if they show their breast.
Oh,
you had a sister with her kids in the goddamn water. The devil said the only way you can get on this boat is if you show your breast. While she's with her kids. And you mean to tell me you don't want the UPK to be over you?
Right.
Captain Cahan had brothers down there in Texas with boats picking up brothers and sisters.
Right.
Get Captain Cahan a hand, man. Had brothers down there picking up sisters and brothers. And you think UPK soldiers were telling sisters they got to show their goddamn breast to get on the boat? Or were we jumping out of the boat picking up sisters and their kids?
Right.
This is why you need the UPK. We don't want anything in return. A sister told us today, I don't know if you heard of it, Shayala. That sister said, y'all do all of that work and y'all don't get paid for it?
Right.
We don't want no damn money.
Right.
We don't care about money.
Right.
We're not a church.
Right.
That's right.
We are priests and prophets of the Lord. We don't get paid for this. We don't want no money for this.
Right.
When you truly love something, you'll do it just off the strength.
Damn right.
We love our people. We don't want your money.
That's right.
We don't want anything in return. We don't want the praise. Get a praise to the Most High.
That's right.
Get the Most High the glory. That's who deserves it.
That's right.
We wouldn't be doing this right now if it wasn't for Him. We wouldn't be in this building right now if it wasn't for Him.
Right.
But the time is coming where brothers that have rank in this school, troopers, sisters, even the children, people are going to look towards you to uplift them.
That's right.
It's going to get bad out here.
That's right.
It's going to get bad. It's going to get horrible out here. A lot of them brothers and sisters ain't going to make it. You got it out.
So like, sir, and I know how, like, as soon as that war hit America's front door, if you watch what's going on in Ukraine, so-called the Indian news, though, the India is broadcasting the news of their people, and you know what I'm saying, this Indian girl said that they can't even leave out a little bunker, like it's a little piece of crap bunker, you know what I'm saying, cold, got drip every night and all that stuff, no lights and all that stuff, but she say like sometimes they go out to get food and one of them don't come back, they don't make it back to the home or the bunker, and it was like, it's real over there, like it's going on right now, that's a whole other world right now compared to how we living right now, you know what I'm saying, but as soon as it hit America, they're going to actually start seeing it right now, so the only thing I could really say is people gird up their loins and just start trying to learn off the land, Lord allow.
It's just the time. People still playing right now. Everybody's still going out, partying, chilling, celebrating. What's another day that's coming up everybody going to celebrate? I don't know what's these American...
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, Easter. Like, everybody still want to have a good time. Like, everybody trying to take, like, come on, man. Everybody still trying to take the Carnival cruise, even though they had the damn boats. It's a boat right now in the ocean that has not been able to dock anywhere because they had a coronavirus on it. They said people was going in a rage because they stuck on the boat. They've been on the boat for a month. Can't get off the boat. They can't dock anywhere. The food is getting short on the... Imagine being on the... Well, I ain't going to say imagine because we were on boats, but think about it now, goddamn. You on a damn cruise ship with somebody you thought, you know, like, yeah, when we get back, you know, you go do your thing, I go do my thing. You got the office husband and wife, they on the damn boat together. They just on there supposed to have a good time, and then 1 month ends up turning to 2 months. 2 months end up turning to 3 months. Wow. You can't dock nowhere. Food getting short. What we gonna do? Might want to jump off. Jump off. Let's see how good you can swim. They had a story with a sister who jumped off the boat.
Dang.
She jumped off the boat, and they said the only thing they seen was blood.
Dang.
And when she jumped off the boat, guess what happened to her? She got sunk right underneath the terminal. This isn't the time. Like, this is not the time. Like, a lot of sisters in the world is about to be hot girl summer. Okay. It's going to be hot girl summer, all right? It's going to be nuclear missiles in the air.
Right.
It's going to be thermonuclear summer. You got it, right? Anything else?
Yeah. Come, sir. And the Lord said unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice.
God damn. God damn. The dust?
The dust to become lice, and it may become lice throughout all of the land of Egypt.
God damn. The Most High is no joke.
Right.
You out there chilling. Imagine you being in Arizona and you know it's always like dust storms, or you in California. The damn dust come, you like, damn, but that's crazy. And you look down and it's lice on your skin. You know what you got to do when lice get in your hair 9 times out of 10, right? Sis, what'd you say they had to do, sis?
Cut it off.
Good night. Hey, look, imagine you walking around. Good sister head. Good night. And you know they tried to glorify sisters in Egypt with the bald heads. They didn't choose to be like that. They got lice. They got lice. They had to shave everything off. Yeah, you seen the picture of what's that? Cleopatra. She had a bald head. No, the bitch had lice. She had lice. Here y'all talking about? Oh, the Egyptians were bald headed. Listen, they had lice. Imagine you in there with, they got the Egyptian little girls down there. They had to cut their hair off because everybody had lice.
Wow.
God damn, the river turned to blood. Then the frogs. Next thing you know, the next week, everybody got lice. God damn. Go ahead, you got it up.
And they did so. For Aaron stretched out his hand until the rod and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and beast, and all the dust of the land became lice throughout all of the land of Egypt.
Think about all that hair is on them animals. You got a cow, and your cow is infested with lice.
Dang.
Poor cow. Goddamn, that cow was out there suffering. He out there mooing with tears in his eyes. Help me, Pharaoh. God damn, the Most High. But hey, listen, that's somebody you do not want to play with.
Right.
To us, it seems like nothing, but when you start thinking about what really goes on when something so small happens, lice getting on your animals, your livestock, your children, what you gonna do? Go out there and shave the cow's bald too? I think you're gonna shave your kids' bald and yourself bald first.
Right.
Then you might worry about the animals. But how you gonna stop that itching? You got it out.
I was say they probably just do some little crazy stuff, like probably just throw some water on it, not knowing the lice need some water.
They made the lice worse.
You ain't drinking now, ain't you know.
They got a 4-course meal now. Like, man, they threw some water on there. Thank you. What's that stuff that they use? That pink lotion stuff. What's that?
Calamine.
Yeah, they didn't have that back in ancient times.
Right.
I'm pretty sure somebody was rubbing cow piss on them though. That's their favorite. You got it right. Go ahead.
And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice.
So the damn stupid Egyptian magicians brought some lice too. Go ahead.
But they could not.
But they could what?
They could not.
They couldn't. They read that again. Read it again. Start over.
But the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring lice.
They brought the lice, but go ahead.
But they could not.
Go ahead.
So there were lice upon man and upon beasts.
Yeah, them damn magicians had lice too. They were looking at them like, y'all niggas got it too. Can y'all get rid of it? They, what up, Pharaoh? You know, I don't know about this one. It's something different right here. It's a lot different.
Oh God.
The magician had lice too. They had to like, look, we gotta go because I gotta go shave my kids bald too, and myself. Go ahead.
And the magician said unto Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God."
Yeah, them niggas stopped being magician that day. They did right there. Guess what they told? What did they tell Pharaoh?
Yeah, the magician said unto Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God."
This is his finger. Do you know how much pop? Come on, man.
I mean, it's just showing how hard-headed people is, what the Lord got to do just to make himself be known. Yeah. So he really going to have to punish you. But it's just so hard-headed. Now, it take all that just for them to they going to recognize what the hell going on right now. It's just, it's like it. That's all I want to say.
Give that brother a hand. Give him a hand.
That's what the Most High said, sir. He said in the beginning, "I will magnify my signs and wonders." He's going to do all these plagues and he's going to show Pharaoh, look, man, I can make lice come out of dirt, water in the blood, frogs come out of this land. He say, I'm all powerful. What do you got, Pharaoh?
What you got?
The Most High's a gangster, man. He'll let him know what you got, bro.
Pharaoh got magicians who told him, this is the finger of God.
Right.
And this is more proof also. Don't be hard-headed and let the Most High to have to show you this type of way. You don't want him to have to show you the hard way on listening to him. Because it's about to happen to America.
Right.
America doesn't want to listen. They don't want to listen to what the Most High is telling them to do. These filthy heathens shouldn't be oppressing us the way that they do. Right. They don't want to listen. They want to continue to oppress us, murder us in the streets. We had coronavirus, and guess what? People were still killing Black, Latinos, and Native Indians in the street. They were still murdering us. We just had the case. That devil who shot Sandra Bland, they didn't charge him for it.
What?
They didn't even charge him. They did not charge him for killing Sandra Bland.
That's right.
Even though they came into their house unannounced.
What?
Wow.
He didn't get charged for it. So they haven't stopped what they're doing. So guess what's going to have to happen to America, the UK, the Ukraine, Russia, North Korea. I just read an article 10 minutes ago where they said not Ukraine, but North Korea just fired a ballistic missile into the sea.
Okay.
That's more tensions beginning to rise in Earth.
Sir.
And we need this to happen in order for us to get free.
Right.
The only way the slaves will get free if all the slave masters fight each other.
That's right.
If the slave masters fighting, guess what? Ain't nobody tending to the slaves.
Right.
That's why the UPK is needed. We are the first line of defense when it comes to Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians.
That's right.
Not your preacher, not the. You go believe in the Black Party Panther movement, which is ran by a woman right out of Greenville, South Carolina.
Wow.
Yep, she's right here. I think she's in Spartanburg. She might be down there where you at, Shayala. She's sitting in that same chair. What's the brother named? Huey Newton. She's sitting in the chair with the afro with the gun. All right, sis, you got it, sis. I hope you can help these people when they get hungry, because you might be on the grill. They might get a little hungry. Like, you know what, sis? How much you weigh, sis? 2 cents. You got some salt and pepper over there, brother? You misled us. But you are the one who's fed us. She's going to be on the rotisserie. Like, cannibalism is going to be on the rise when food starts to run out. You better make sure you make your election sure.
Right, that's right.
I'm telling you. Listen, it's finna get ugly out here.
Right.
Now, we reading what happened to the Egyptians. These niggas had lice.
Right.
They had lice, frogs,
blood.
And guess what? That wasn't it. That ain't even it. Keep going on.
I'm gone. And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth with waters, and saith to them, thus saith the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies.
God damn. And guess what? Is Africa still famous for flies today?
Oh, God.
You turn on your TV, it's a fly right on the Hamite's child eye right now. Not on the eye, but his eyeball. He just sitting there looking at the camera. That's a brave Hamite guy. I was like, God damn, he ain't gonna strike that. He ain't gonna move. Damn, fly just on his eyeball. He just sitting there. He looking at the camera like, ain't nobody gonna feed me. That 10 cents a day hasn't reached him yet. But it has reached that fly. Listen, don't give him the 10 cents. This is how I eat. Land of the flies. They said, well, who said that? They said Africa is the land of flies. You got it. Go ahead.
I will send swarm of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, in thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarm of flies,
God.
And all the ground wherein they are.
God damn. I hate a fly. Go ahead.
Hey, we all know how grandma is like, hey, shut that door, you letting all them flies in. 3 flies get in your house, y'all about to be fighting all night to kill them.
Now
all night.
Imagine when you can't shut the door and this fly.
Hey, y'all know the evolution of flies, right?
Maggots.
So they getting all in your house, getting on your. I know you about to read it, so like it. They getting all of your food and having maggots, having orgies in their mouth.
Them flies in there having sex on them dead frogs from last week. But goddamn, but it's a good spot to relax in. That's what it is. Goddamn, the Most High is no joke, man.
That's right.
The Most High let all them frogs die, and the land started to stink. The Most High said, I'm going to plague Egypt with flies. Go ahead, Sharp, because that's worse.
And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarm of flies shall be there.
What does the word sever mean?
Cut off, I think.
Slack, I'm gonna let the truth answer.
Go ahead.
Slack about
Yeah, I
it.
was about to say, cut off, separate.
Separate. It's cut off. You ever heard somebody say, I'm gonna sever your head?
Right.
Yeah. I take whatever. STP? Kind. Most High say he was going to sever the land of Goshen. The land of Goshen is where the Hebrews dwelt at.
Right.
Where the children of Israel dwelt at. General Yohanan brought this out one time in class too, telling us that the land of Goshen is where we dwelt.
Mm-hmm.
So he separated us. We had a place where we lived, and they had a place where they lived.
Right.
We might have worked amongst their people, but we always went back to the land of Goshen. And the Most High said, I was going to let flies. Imagine you being in Goshen and you looking down, or you looking in the other country, you just see flies swarming around. You see a cloud of flies just in there having a feast day with them frogs and them Hamites. They probably had commercials back then. 10 cents a day can save this Egyptian child.
Common Con, sir.
You got
Common Con, this is really a story to show you how powerful the Lord is.
That's what it is.
Because if he can take an area, Goshen, and set flies don't cross that boundary.
Right.
The flies now.
That's the flies. This ain't people. The flies obey the will of the Most High. You know, because it's, when he says something, that's what he means. I mean, when he said, I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people, that no swarm of flies shall be there, how you tell a fly what to stay on that straight line, don't go across that border? I mean, that's power. That's power.
That's real power.
That's power. That's what Pharaoh, he was letting Pharaoh know who he was, that he was a gangster. You think you're a gangster, Pharaoh? I'm the real gangster. That's what the Most High was telling him.
Damn right.
I'm the real gangster.
I don't know one scientist that can control a land of fly.
Not
flies.
one, sir.
You
Not
might
one.
control 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4, but you ain't about to control flies. Who can control the flies not to go in somebody's trash and make maggots? Nobody.
Nobody.
But the Most High controlled flies until where they would go.
Common Con, sir.
Go ahead.
Swarm, and I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarm of flies shall be there, to the end that thou mayest know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth.
Damn right. Go ahead.
And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be.
And you let that be known. The Most High has always put a division between his people and the other people.
Right.
And he's still doing that to this day. So all you Christian pastors out here telling everybody to come together, to stand for the Ukraine, to stand for the people in Ukraine right now, you are disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High has always put a separation between his people and
That's
the other
right.
heads, man.
Right.
Hey, and with that, hey, Salaki.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Come on, you guys, you want to say?
Nah,
Nah, go ahead.
and that's another thing. You know, a lot of black folks could see a European doing something wrong, and you be like, oh, that's white folks stuff. Or that's Hispanic stuff, you know, quote unquote. That's Asian people stuff. Y'all understand that there's a division in between the people. So stop trying to conjoin with these people when you clearly say it every time. Oh, that's white folks stuff. This and that. Well, stop doing what they doing.
Damn right.
Right.
All right, with that,
Damn right.
with that, man of Israel, Michael, stand. We're gonna blow the shofar. Good night. Right. Thanks, bro.
Like y'all shalom.
La Yashala. Alright, man of Israel, we're gonna pick up the scrolls. We're gonna start, turn and face the east.
Oh, gotcha.
We're gonna begin with the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shemaya.
Shemaya.
Rash.
Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malafutka, Gaba'ah, Ratazayka, Ayah, Aisha, Rataza, Gawa, Ayah, Shamayam, Nathananawa, Nakam, Call Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kawapinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kawapinawa, Wala'ah, Aba'ayanawa, Anasayawan, Abol, Awashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Malakwaf, Wahala, Wathaporef, Alanium. Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Akakta Pawa, Yahweh, Bashimi Hawshah, Babu Kusha, Nathanawa, Akak, Laraba'ai, Kal Malaka, Kal Marawa, Akak, Lathahar, Amatazarium, Akak, Lahakwium, Amakium, Akak, Arakawath, Amatala, Lagarsham, Bashimi Hawshah, the water.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you, so be it.
Bless Israel. Yahweh, Bashim Hawshai, Barak Yanawa, Nasharala, Ayabayath, Saparium, Barak, Rapa'ai, Magan, Bashim Hawshai, the water. Amen.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah. Bless us in Israel. In the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect. Our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Awariam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azoria Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Arataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Magalyaka, Ayinawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Anamam, Wala'ah, Ashashan, Ashamar, Asharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayad, Yamyanka, Yamamam, Amash, La'ah, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Makal Rai, Shamar, Athna Pashka, Yahweh, Shamar, Tasaatka, Wabawatka, Ma'ata, Aid, Alawam.
What we just said in the English was, I will lift up my eyes. To the hills. From whence come my help? My help come from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He should preserve thy soul. The Lord should preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayab, Adamiyah, Lekah, Atagarash, Royal, Ashukwat, All, Kayahana, Oyabatika, Yahama, Yawan, Raash, Alaka, Armawa, Sawada, Ayatha, Atazua, Atazwanyaka, Armawa, Ayakwa, Anakakadam, Magaya, Wala'a, Akawa, Sham. Yasharala, Awada, Kaya, Atazawa, Naba, Yakadwa, Ayawa, Ariaf, Yakarathwa, Alahaya, Awam, Washamash, Ashalam, Mawaba, Wagarium, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Alashat, Yashapyaka, Nazawak, Gamashawak, Nalawaf, Imam, Ayawah, Sarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Ashah, Naham, Kamarian, Kasaya, Sarai, Abadian, Manakal, Kwashwan, Shamwa, Bayan, Arab, Hayawa, Daman, Naramad, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Karab, Wakazabak, Wakazazol, Kal Nasamyaka. Ashar, Ashmar, Nashar Shah, Nanawa, Af, Awaf, Alahaya, Alahaya, Sayatamwa, Gaya, Kakwash, Nanawa, Raka'a, Kayash, Sarai, Arya, Wakalaba, Kalahat, Ariram, Khan, Karadakma, Wasaarka, Wasaba, Wakapata, Wapa, Ka. Tabahalam, Alaa, Anyaham, Malawan, Waya, Makwashwa, Shabka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Bayua, Ayai, Waya, Karapa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Da'awa, Kaya, Atha, Shabka, Yahawa, Nabadka, Ayawan, Akol, Rataza.
What he just said in the English was, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Follow thy enemies.
Follow thy enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
They have lifted up the head.
Lift up the head.
They have taken crafty
Taking
counsel.
crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
They consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said,
Come. Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
Being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
Name of Israel.
May be no more remembered.
May be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
They consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
And Gabal.
And Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them. They are hoping the children of Lot.
Hoping the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kasar.
Brook of Kasar.
Which perished the Endor.
Perished the Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became dumb of the earth.
Make their nobles like a reb.
Make the nobles like a reb.
And like Zaeb.
And like Zaeb.
Yea. All the princes as Zabah.
All the princes as Zabah.
And as Zamunah.
As Zamunah.
Who said?
Who said?
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
It's like, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh.
The houses of Yahweh.
In possession.
In possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the fire burneth their wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
The flame setteth the mountains on fire.
Flames lights the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone.
Name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Of the Most High.
Of the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Right. Men of Israel. Sorry. Turn the face to front. Men of Israel, we're going to be prepared to salute the Torah. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak Yah.
How about Shimei Shabrak? Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak Yah. All right, we're going to sit the scrolls back down. All right. What time is that? All right, does anybody want to be saluted right now at this time? Not saluted, Salaki. Does anybody want to be anointed right now? Okay, come. We're going to go ahead and set up a line real quick. We're going to try to get it done pretty quick. Come. Marda, you step in with me? Mm-hmm. Sister? Okay, what's that? Oh, you got the heart. Okay, what's that? All right. Only the man behind me on this table going to repeat what I say. Yabarak Yahweh. Washamarika. Ya'ar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Wayakankan. Yasha'ar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Wayashamyaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. Ashaya Allah. Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The Wada Aman. What we just said, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right, come. All right. All right, only the man behind this table are going to repeat what I say. Yabarak Yahweh. Washamarika. Ya'ar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ar Yahweh. Panyawa. It's like Alyaka. Wayashamyaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. Kazamar. Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The Wada Aman. What we just said was Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right, sis. Give anointing prayer for sis and the baby. Mm-hmm. Your sister here, obviously not tonight, they having the baby. Son in Christ. All right, men of Israel, only the men behind this table are going to repeat what I say. Yabarak Yahweh. Washamarika. Ya'ar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Wayakankan. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Wayashamyaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. Zamara. Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The Wada Aman. What we just said was Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right, men of Israel, we're going to prepare to do one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. Men of Israel, we're going to turn and face the sisters. We're going to get one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Bashem, Yahweh Shah. With that, Yazamatah, dismiss.